Welcome to Arry's Car Window. In this series, we take each Premier League club and along with our lead consultant, Harry Redknapp, perching off the side of his car window, suggest players to transfer in and out to get the club to the next level. The rules are simple. We select a reasonable transfer budget based on recent transfer windows and use Transfermarkt's evaluation of players to transfer players in and out of the club. Click the link in the top right to go to our podcast where we discuss in more detail and much more. On today's episode, that club is Manchester United. Their aim is to properly challenge for the title next season after years without a meaningful title challenge. Manchester United haven't won the Premier League since the 2012-13 season but have one of the biggest transfer budgets every single year. We're not entirely sure, but over here at Fickle Sports we suspect that Ed Woodward would be the worst football manager player ever. That includes reloading the game every time he loses, which we know he obviously does. With Manchester United's greatest rival Liverpool potentially winning the Premier League this season and probably being up there again next season, they could really be close to tying up with Manchester United for the most top flight championships won. And that's just some extra motivation for the Red Devils. With every club we do this for on this series, the budget is based off of previous transfers, with a small percentage being taken away due to coronavirus. With that in mind, we have set United's transfer budget at a whopping 100 million. The very first man on our transfer out list is Alexis Sanchez, who arrived at Old Trafford in a swap deal with Arsenal for Henrik Mkhitaryan in the 2018 January transfer window. Both Arsenal and Manchester United suffered greatly from this swap deal, but the Alexis Sanchez deal has turned out to be one of Ed Woodward's worst signings, considering they thought they were signing an absolute goal machine that had 127 goals and 80 assists in 307 games for Arsenal and Barcelona, but in fact actually signed, well, the Alexis Sanchez we all know today. Sanchez rapidly lost his athleticism and his ability to beat a player one-on-one. His goal-scoring touch vanished into thin air, and on top of that, he repeatedly came deep to get the ball only to dribble it away or shank the ball cross-field to an opposition player. Unfortunately, United fans found all this out only after openly mocking Manchester City fans about beating them to the signing of Sanchez. We don't need to say who got the last laugh here. With a Transfermarkt value of 14.4 million, we stopped Sanchez from bleeding Manchester United's wage bill to death and add 14.4 to the budget, taking our transfer budget to 114.4. The next player to transfer out of the club is Paul Pogba, whose hair has more flair than Jesse Lingard. We're not sorry, J-Ligs. Arriving at United for a world transfer fee of £89 million, and that Stormzy introduction, most aren't doubting his talent or status as one of the best midfielders in the Premier League. For those few doubters claiming he's never reached the heights he reached in Turin, he's directly contributed to a goal or an assist every 2.4 games at United compared to 2.3 at Juventus. After a couple years under Mourinho's stifling defensive tactics, who by the way, that would take it out of anyone, and then playing under an inexperienced manager in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Pogba has become a world-class jigsaw piece that doesn't seem to fit into Manchester United's complex puzzle, which has led to reports by the media that he has become disillusioned with life at Manchester United. After an injury-plagued season with 2 goals in only 7 appearances and seemingly can do no right in the eyes of the media, and his number one fan, Graham Souness, who his own questionable choice of mustache and afro combo back in the day could challenge even Pogba's most eccentric hairstyle.
But it's just the cynic in me. I'm thinking, Paul Pogba, I see him dancing at a wedding, I see him shooting hoops.
We believe the best solution for all would be a clean slate. Manchester United recoups a large chunk of the transfer fee outlaid, while Pogba gets to reset his career at another top club. We sell Pogba for 72 million, which increases our transfer kitty to 186.4 million. Phil Jones. We know what you're thinking, United fans. How dare we sell a Manchester United legend with over 200 appearances who Sir Alex Ferguson once said may be our best player ever? This will be one of the few times Sir Alex will be caught eating his own words if the words can navigate their way past the ever-present chewing gum. Purchased from Blackburn Rovers for 16.5 million, there has just been too many mind-boggling defensive lapses, emergency tackles which do not come off, and facial expressions like he had just seen Christopher Samba in the team showers. It is finally time for United fans to see the back of Phil Jones, who has lingered too long around the first team squad. We sell Phil Jones for 6.3 million, which by the way is 6.3 million more than United fans were asking, bringing our transfer kitty to 192.7 million. First in through the transfer door at Manchester United is Ben Chilwell of Leicester City. Currently England's first choice left back, he has impressed and performed well for the last 3 seasons. Strengths include a strong aerial presence, sound defensive positioning with good crossing and dribbling ability. That's not to say that we think he is the finished article, but we think there is definite potential for him to be a very good left back for United for years to come. Ben Chilwell will come in to help shore up the defence at left back, which has been a consistent weakness in recent years, and hopefully light a fire under Luke Shaw to get the best out of him. With Williams most likely being sent out on loan for more first team experience, this leaves Chilwell and Shaw to compete for the left back spot and battle, which could bring out the best in both of them. We purchased Ben Chilwell for 36 million. For our second transfer, the man we have earmarked to replace Paul Pogba is Sergej Milinkovic-Savic, where it seems like he has been linked to every top club for an eternity. A towering presence in midfield for Lazio, who is exceptionally nimble despite his tall frame. With quick feet and a great ability to shield the ball from opponents, Savic is able to escape out of situations where he finds himself in a spot of trouble. In addition to that, he has a great eye for the final ball and long-range shooting. He has a very good balance between his attacking and defensive contributions. As long as Savic adapts to the speed of the game in English football, where the majority of the playmaking responsibility is given to Bruno Fernandes, we believe this signing will supercharge the Man United midfield with 2 highly intelligent, hard-working and dominant midfielders for years to come. And if you heard that noise, that was Harry Redknapp fainting in disgust that we have not yet announced we are signing Nico Kranjčar. We purchased Sergej Milinkovic-Savic for a cool 57.6 million. To our final pick, there is still some in-house arguing between everyone here and Harry Redknapp over the likelihood of this next signing. What doesn't help in our squabbles is that this one takes us £6 million over budget, but for a player of his calibre, you'd go out of your way to remortgage your nan's house and set her up in an old folks' place. That man is Jadon Sancho. He has the potential to be one of the best players in the world if he isn't already there. Nearly every club in the world would be happy to sign him, and if you are not sure why, here's a quick taste. This season at Dortmund, the former Manchester City Academy player has scored 16 goals and has 17 assists in just 2,455 minutes of play, meaning he is directly contributing to a goal every 74.39 minutes. Not at all bad for a 20-year-old. A worthy successor to the famous United number 7 shirt, even if some of the fee United pay Dortmund will be going to Manchester City. We purchased Jadon Sancho for 105.3 million, where we no doubt know Ed Woodward has a gun pointed at his accountant. For all of those who are upset we breached the budget or that we couldn't tap up the accountants, we picked Thomas Lemar as our cheap alternative. So that is all for Arry's car window. Arry's given us the thumbs up, so you guys like and subscribe if you'd like to too. Until next time, see you later.